This season has been all about Tiana Mangakahia and her ability to make her teammates better. For more on Syracuse's transition offense, here's Dominique Patrick.
Thanks, Zach. And the way she does it, I mean, she knows how to get down the floor quickly. And she's one of the best in the nation to do it. And what she does is she finds her open teammates. She's averaging a little under 10 assists a game. As you can see, she finds Isis Young right there. And what she's so good at doing is before she even crosses half court, she knows where she's going. Look, her eyes are up at all times. She sees the open lane. She finds Isis Young. She knows where she's going with the basketball. And she finds her right here in the corner. And then we're going to take another look at this, and we're going to see how the defense collapses here in the lane. So they over-collapse, and Tiana Mangakahia sees a lane. She sees her players. She sees them open over here, and this is how she gets the bench involved with her court vision. So that just sums up how Syracuse transition defense happens and how Tiana Mangakahia gets it going for them. Back to you, Zach.
Dominique Patrick gives us a recap on how SU was able to pull off a big win on the road. Dominique?
Well, Ken, as we all know, Syracuse season has been up and down, especially in conference play. But road wins will help, especially considering the NCAA tournament is right around the corner. Now, the Orange were able to secure their second ACC win against the Cardinals, and the display of one of the best first half showings in Syracuse season definitely helped them get the victory. Welcome to NCC Sports. I'm Dominique Patrick. After a comeback win against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC title game, the New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's controversial hand injury did not slow him down. Social media headlining Tom Brady does it again and again. We can really say the word again 8 times because that's how many times he's earned a trip to the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at how he does it this time. Former SU football coach Doug Marrone and his Jags were off to a great start, trying to get his team's first ever Super Bowl appearance. Strong start in the second quarter, Jacksonville earning their second touchdown of the night by Leonard Fournette, pummeling into the end zone. The Jags up 14-10 at the half. But then Brady to Danny Amendola. Patriots creeping back in, down 3, 20-17. You see the focus in Brady's eyes. Plenty of time left, maybe too much time. And what's the word of the day? Again, Brady to Danny, ×2. Number 80, concentrating, gets both feet in and puts the Patriots on top. And Coach Belichick loves what he sees, and New England goes on to win it 24-20.
Dom, in that first half, the Orange really shot the ball well from 3, continuing what they did in UNC.
Of course, they're coming off breaking a record of 20 for the ACC and the program history. Right now, shooting 33%. They've hit 6 threes, and it's been pretty spread out. You got Tiana Mangakahia with 2 threes, and then Cooper, and then Grant also contributing to the three-point battle. As you can see right here with the step back, Tiana Mangakahia is answering for the three-point shooting. Welcome to New House Sports. I'm Dominique Patrick. SU was able to secure a win at home against Wake Forest. They were able to split 1-1 with the Demon Deacons after losing the last time they met. The Orange is now 6-6 in ACC play, all thanks to Tyus Battle's 34 points and a great first half from the team. Matthew Moore did not play in this contest. He was out with an ankle injury. And then you have Tyus Battle taking a couple dribbles to create space and makes his defender falls, and it's easy money. The sophomore guard showing us how he was able to score 34 in the game. Then Frank Howard passing around to Brandon Bayer, getting some play time, moving the ball to find Battle again from the wing. He was 3 of 4 from the field. SU up 22-13, and then Frank Howard comes off the Chukwu screen and hits the roll for an alley-oop. Up 10 now with 2:43 to go in the first. Second half now, Wake Forest unsure of what to do with the basketball, but Battle sure does. He gets a steal here and slams it down. The home crowd loving that. And then Battle all over the highlights, doing a little bit of everything. A pass inside to Barama Sidibe, and he gets a dunk of his own, finally getting some action after being out with an ankle injury. Syracuse still up 10, but then the Demon Deacons creeping back in, a dish out to Brian Crawford, who rings in the 3, 50 seconds to go, and they're only down 4 now. Then Crawford tries again, but drives in lane and forgets that there's a 7-footer. Then Battle scoops up the loose ball and has the statement slam like, it's over. It's only 15 seconds left, and SU goes on to win it 78-70. Coach Boeheim talks about the importance of making plays down the stretch.
Dominique, what about you?
And so for Boston College, they're finally hitting outside shots, and they're finally getting shots down in the middle. They got a lot of opportunities against Syracuse, but they're finally executed in that second quarter. So I expect them to keep the hot hand and be able to get it going in the second half.
And again, as we head into the second half, you said you expect them to keep the hot hand, but how do they do that? What have they done so well, and how do they continue that into the second half?
So one thing that they're doing is they're pushing transition. They're getting a little sporadic and out of character when they get across the line, but they have to take the time and find their shooters in Milan Bolton-Moores, and they also have to look for Pino. She's been struggling down low, but getting it into her, having her touch the ball, is helping their offense going, so they'll be able to do inside and out game.
June, a couple of ranked matchups and a few key games, Dominique, that Syracuse has to keep its eye on in order for them to maybe get a better position in the ACC tournament.
So some games that we're looking at is NC State versus Notre Dame, and it's been back and forth, but finally Notre Dame takes the lead in the second quarter, and then you have the top scorers there with Nelson with 9 points for NC State and 3 rebounds. And then we're also taking a look at Duke and UNC. Both the first and second quarters have been close games as well, but Duke's top scorer, Rebecca Greenwell, has definitely been getting it going with 11 points and 4 rebounds. And then we're also taking a look at the Virginia game that's starting now, so we'll keep an eye out on that one. And then the Miami game at 4, and that's really key games that we have to look at going into the tournament. So the 3 keys that they need is the off-the-ball defense. So Tiana's going to push the limit. They need to not collapse the lane too much and go out and find the shooters. Go inside. They were able to get 20 points out of the 26 from the first half the last time they met, and they have to limit their turnovers. SU was able to get 22 points off of their turnovers the last time, so they're going to have to just be more solid on the offensive and the defensive end.